Let's rock and roll.
Get to it. Let's get to it. Everyone, presented by Prize Picks. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 and use the promo code WELCOME. Welcome one and all to Light Years Season Preview Edition. We got the whole panel here today. We got some people coming in. I am, by the way, Andy, very likable Niners team that's going right now. You know, I don't know what it's going to lead to. It tends to be tough when you lose your defensive captains.
Yeah.
But I think we're a playoff team. And if nothing else, you kind of got to respect a team who doesn't quit in that sort of situation.
You're a number one Kyle Shanahan guy, and this season Kyle Shanahan and Bob Saleh are like, I don't know, man. Like these two are got to be two of the best coaches in the entire world right now. It's just who is Chase Lucas? Who is Tatum? I don't even know who these guys are, and they are just allowing 10 points to the fact. I just likable is probably the best way to put it. This team is super fun to watch. Like they're not frustrating because I just don't know what you're going to expect out of these guys, but somehow they're playing better than half the league, at least. Like some of these players, are playing better than half the league. Shout out to Bob Saleh.
I feel like Kerr and Shanahan are one and the same. Where Twitter people hate them, but most of the Bay Area normal people like them. You know, they are fantastic coaches. But if you ask anybody on Twitter, they should be fired today.
Well, maybe they should be fired. But
the fact that Shanahan is 5-2, I guess 5-2 with this roster is absolutely
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Bananas. They have nobody.
Mac Jones
against good teams. Yo, Mac is solid, man.
He's kind of
nice.
He's kind of nice.
I'll tell you this, better than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Tommy's on a crusade against Trevor Lawrence.
I hate Trevor Lawrence. He's terrible. He's ass. I cannot say it enough. I could maybe go out there and do better than him.
Oh Jesus!
I could throw a football over those mountains.
Uncle Rico, are you a Chargers guy? What are you? Tell me, what are you?
Rams.
Yeah.
I was at the NFC Championship in 2021 when.
All right, let's go. Warriors preview.
Yeah,
Warriors preview. Let's go. Let's keep him. Let's keep this moving.
Let's get to it here. We got a fun show. We got our guy Danny Emerman joining momentarily. Let me see if Danny's even here. Oh, there he is. I'll invite him up here. Get him. Feel like we're getting some certainty about opening night. I don't want to say certainty, but Jimmy Kuminga practiced today. They're calling him questionable, but all signs point to them playing opening day. Moses Moody will not play opening day. He still has not scrimmaged. Calf, we all know the deal. It's kind of unclear. Is it going to be a few days? Is it going to be a couple weeks? Hard to say, but we're getting there, dude. I'm personally very excited. I'm very excited for Warriors season to come back right now. It's funny. I'm starting to lose my mind when I look at the internet and just agenda wars at all time. And I just have to remind myself that none of that matters. This team won games at a very nice clip post Jimmy. Now we can debate if they have enough to go all the way, how consistent it's going to be during the regular season with health because of age. And those are real things. I'm concerned about those just as much as anyone else, but this could be a good team. Can we all agree with that? Short of everyone getting injured, low-key like the Niners. It's hard to imagine this is not at least a good competitive team who's in the mix.
Yeah, I can't wait for this season to start. I was like, oh, why is my face supersized just because I'm talking? I appreciate Danny for coming in. But just real quick, top on Sam's point. I'm just excited for the season start because I am kind of sick of the offseason. I am kind of sick of talking about the same stuff over and over. We have the proof of concept where the Warriors have been very good for the last 40 freaking games. 40 games is half a basketball season. It's a pretty big sample size of Warriors being good. I'm excited. The preseason to me wasn't great, but also doesn't mean much because you got $50-60 million worth of value sitting on the bench. So if Jimmy's playing, sounds like he is. Danny, maybe you tell us, break us some news if he's going to play or not. But if he's playing, it's all good, man. It's going to be a good game one.
There will be no new news on Light Years After Dark right now. But yeah, I'd imagine Jimmy's going to play on Tuesday. Would be surprised if he didn't.
Is it? Yeah. So my takeaway from it, you tell me because you were there. I'm just going off of secondhand reporting here. My takeaway is they're trending towards him and Kuminga playing. It's Jimmy. Jimmy has a history of 11th hour they decide he's not ready to play type of thing. But if you were to say right now, you'd guess they're going to play.
That's the sense that I've gotten, and not only that, like I don't know if you guys want to get into it, but I think there's a pretty good chance that Kuminga starts on opening night. He played really well last year against the Lakers. They've had a lot of success going small against the Lakers. DeAndre Ayton is not a guy who they're really scared of with the ball. Draymond is not going to get overtaxed in that particular matchup. And with the whole Al Horford thing, they really only want him to play 20 minutes. And if you start him, it's pretty tough for him to close both halves, only playing 20 minutes while also starting. Like, do you really want to pull the plug on him after a minute or two and then have him rest for like huge 45-minute chunks in the middle of games? I don't know. So I'd imagine that Kuminga is definitely an option to start on opening night. It's funny, he started last year too on opening night.
So you're jumping the gun on me. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna slow play you, but you're coming in hot. So
if he does start, is it Steph, Pods, or Richard, and then JK, Jimmy, and Dre? Because we've heard Kerr say so many times that those three don't work together. JK, Jimmy, Dre don't work together. Does he just?
The one time they did work together last year was against the Lakers.
That's true.
It's good memory. Yeah, I'd imagine it would be that trio and Steph and Brandon. Brandon's in. Like Steve said today that Brandon's starting Pajemski. So it's really only that fifth spot in the starting lineup that's open right now. And if we really want to get ahead of ourselves, like this week is Lakers, Denver, Portland, three very different teams. I think it's definitely possible that they roll out three different starting lineups. Steve's going to be, playing the matchups. He's going to have different players available, especially on that back-to-back this week already. So it'll be a nice little test and kind of a preview of this season just this week as a microcosm of it.
That was going to be my question for you. That's kind of how I'm looking at it too, because I think Kuminga starting with the small ball lineup against the Lakers makes all the sense in the world. The Lakers are unathletic. They're terrible defensively. They're also ultra simplistic offensively. Like it's just going to be Luka in one-on-ones. That's honestly the best type of defense to put Kuminga in. So like makes all sense in the world. He has thrived in those type of matchups in the past. That's where you get the best version of him when you play those type of teams. But then Denver, it's pretty much the opposite. They're huge. Jokic will pick apart the fact that, he's not the greatest off-ball defender, right? And that's probably a game you want to go with the old guys. You want to go with like Horford and Draymond together. Are you getting that sense? It sounds like you are. Are you getting that sense that like Steve over the first whatever stretch of this he's not going to be married to any lineup? Like obviously Steph and Draymond are going to start, but like beyond that, it's like mix and match type of deal.
Yeah, he's going to get to see a lot of looks, especially in this first week. Denver would be a great chance to see Al start. And then the Portland game after that, it's going to be a great chance to see like who is playing. How do they want to treat back-to-backs? If they want Al to play a big game against Jokic on Thursday, I can't imagine he'll play Friday. He's not going to play both ends of back-to-backs anyways, so they're probably going to want him to play against Jokic. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be a nice little stretch to see how Steve kind of plays his cards.
From everything we've heard in training camp, I feel like there's a chance Will Richard might start on Friday against Portland. I think I've heard that. Sam's heard a little bit of that. They really like him. And correct me if I'm wrong, it could be. But it feels like the entire coaching staff is really enthusiastic about how well he's fit in, the way he moves, the way he defends, the way he cuts, the way he shoots. So I feel like that might be a spot for him to start and Steve to kind of test drive that. And if he can perform well in that area, in that game, then it's like he's going to kind of be in the rotation for the rest of the year, maybe.
Ooh. They really like him. I think that's probably getting ahead of ourselves a little bit in terms of the rest of the year. Like there's a lot of year to go, but they definitely like him. I don't think it'd be impossible for him to start Portland. It might not be impossible that he starts opening night. I would be very surprised, but he's definitely a candidate. Steve shared a story today about their first practice, and just one of the things that they love about Will is that he's such a sponge. And the first practice, he sat courtside just to watch Steph's individual like workout, just to kind of take it in. And that's at this point kind of a cliche story. Like I'm pretty sure Pods has done that a million times. But it's the type of thing that they notice, and that matters. So they really like him. They like how he cuts, like you mentioned, Tommy. The shot, we'll see. But it looks like he can be a fifth option in lineups. And what I mean by that is get the ball, make a quick decision, shoot it or pass, make the simple read, cut, defend, hustle, rebound. That's all. Don't do anything more than that. And if he can do that, that's a pretty valuable, player for the 58th pick or whatever he was.
I'm a fan of this roster. We'll get to predictions in a second. I want to hear yours. It is hilarious to me though that a second round, pretty much undrafted pick is going to be in a rotation of a team that's should be in the first, second round. What's that?
I said there are 10 plus deep. So in theory, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, look, if Tommy's right, I don't know if he'll be starting, but he's going to be playing like 20 minutes a game, I think, this week. That's pretty funny. I mean,
in certain games, yeah.
Yeah. Seth
Listen,
Curry's
please don't insult the NCAA champion. He is a champion. Podziemski's not a champion. Kuminga's not a champion.
Definitely
I guess Kuminga's technically a champion. I take that back.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean he does have a ring. Shout out world champion Jonathan Kuminga, something that James Harden will never have. But anyway, I don't even know why I'm going back to that. But anyway, yeah, no, I think he's world champion James Wiseman. That's true.
Why go there?
It blows my mind. This is not where I want to go with the season preview, but I just note that it blows my mind that a team that they can just pick someone up that fits them so perfectly in the second round. And meanwhile, you got all these other guys that they've tried for the last 4 years to figure out. It's like, hey, Will Richard, he can defend. He's long. He can make threes. He plays hard.
Shout out Mike Dunleavy. He knows, the type of talent that this team needs. And listen,
shout out Todd Golden.
Guy. Absolutely. You mentioned it, Andy. Like, they like this roster on paper. I think there's good reason to like it. And Mike deserves a lot of credit for that. He's hitting on late second round picks, Quentin Post, Trace, Will Richard potentially. They've gotten like valuable contributions on the margins from Pat Spencer. Like that matters. It's not nothing. To get like two-way guys to fill out the back of the bench, like he's done a nice job filling out this roster. And I really think that, if they stay healthy, you're going to hear it a million times through the course of the season. They're going to have a shot. And that's the sense that they feel too. And that's what's so energizing about this training camp. That's why the vibes are high. It's because they know that if things break right for them, they're going to be a tough out for anyone in a 7-game series.
You mentioned vibes, which is funny because I was about to ask you, what is your sense of the preseason vibes? Because it's from the outside looking in, it's been, I don't want to say weird, but like, look, Jimmy hasn't played since the first preseason game. Kuminga missed the last game. Moody's been out since the second preseason game. I'm not going to say that there's negative vibes, but it's just kind of one of those like, what am I going to really read out of this when they're missing all their wings? Like, what am I really going to read out of these games? It feels almost like everyone's just like, dude, just get us to the real games right now.
Yeah, that's definitely the sense, especially when you have a veteran team. It's like, what are we doing here? I was talking to Buddy the other day. It's like, I think two preseason games is enough, and they had to play 5. I think the Lakers had to play 6. Like, it's outrageous. I think if Buddy agreed, like 2 is the right amount. To have these guys play 5 is a little bit absurd. I want to compare these vibes to last year. Like, if you remember last year, you had Steph at the podium on media day talking about like, hey, maybe I hope we can be competitive in the first half and then see what happens. Like, it's so different.
I forgot about that. Butler. Yeah, that's like in retrospect, you hear that statement. It's not warm. It's not great.
It's complete polar opposite now. Like, they know what they have in Jimmy, in Al, and they know that if they can get to the finish line in April, then they're going to be in a good spot.
All right, I want to ask
you. For you guys. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
So one of the things I'm going to be watching early on and throughout the season kind of monitoring is like what the minutes with Al Horford and Draymond on the floor look like. Like what, especially on offense. I don't think there's going to be any issues on defense. And I'm not even really concerned generally. Like they're two great players. They're very smart. I'm sure they will figure it out. But there are obvious question marks on offense. Where is Draymond on the court when he's in a front court with Al? What is he doing? Is he in the corner spotting up? Is he in the dunker spot? Is he triggering split action? Like that's the kind of thing I'm going to be watching this week. I wonder if you guys have any ideas about what that might look like.
First off, I think they're going to be staggered for majority of the game. Yeah, I think for obvious reason, they play the same role naturally on offense. Like you kind of want them in some sort of like screen setting, dribble handoff action where the offense is flowing through them as like the primary playmaking big. And having two guys like that means you have one of them on the floor at all times, which is a huge advantage that they haven't had in the past. Your question is obviously when they play together. I don't know. I think it's honestly going to be like Draymond and Jimmy, who honestly were clunky also. Same thing. You're just banking on the fact that you're talking about like two guys in the 99th percentile IQ, understanding how to cut off of each other. And so to your point, you're going to see if Al Horford's in like a DHO with Steph or Buddy, Draymond's going to immediately cut to the dunker because he knows that's what he's supposed to do. And yeah, he'll probably get a shot blocked if the timing's off because he's not the best player and that sort of thing. But he understands that's where he should be based on the play. I think it's going to be a lot of that. I think it's going to be one of those things where in the aggregate it works because making the right decision decisively will win over 48 minutes. But like also there's going to be plays that just look bad that are going to get like Twitter low light reels here and there.
I mean, I think they've left everything very simplistic action-wise during the preseason on purpose. Because
your mic.
Tommy, fix your mic.
Andy, go ahead. I'll fix my mic.
Okay. It should just be a click. I think defensively is the part. Defensively is sorry. Defensively, I think is the biggest one. I only saw it like for a second, but I do think this is probably the smartest team that the Warriors have since 2022. You put Jimmy, Draymond, and Horford 3, 4, 5. Like I think that they're going to start that on Tuesday because can we not do the fucking around with players type shit? Which I'm sure they will. I'm sure Danny they will start Kuminga. But like, bro, can we just start Steph, pause Jimmy, Draymond, and just Al Horford and just start strong and just win minutes? Like I just don't want to do the experimentation shit. I don't want to do the fucking cutesy shit. I don't need Kyle Juszczyk getting a fucking fullback handoff dive on 3rd and 1. I don't need that shit. Just play your best players. Start the game strong. It's going to be awesome on defense. Offensively, Pods better make some fucking threes. But I do think defensively, that's such an elite lineup, man. Jimmy, Draymond, and Horford. It might be the smartest lineup in the league. Actually, I think it is. I don't know if it's close.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't agree. I think you have to stagger them.
I don't give a fuck. Just play your best players. Just play your best guys. Stop fucking around. Stop.
Let's go.
You can stagger them on game 5. But like we don't need Kuminga starting game 1. It's a serious season. It's a real season. We're all sitting here. Kevin Pelton has him winning 63 games. You're not winning 63 games starting Kuminga game 1. Brother, that's
Kuminga's dropping 20 on opening night. That is my stone cold.
I can't wait for it now.
If there's one match, like the thing with Kuminga for me is this is why he's so polarizing. It's not that he sucks. It's that he's somewhere in the middle, and there's certain matchups he's really useful in, and there's other matchups he's not, such as the Denver Nuggets. So to your point, if I see him fucking starting against the Nuggets, then we're gonna have a conversation about Steve. But if they're just gonna let him take advantage of the fact that Lucas still has 24% body fat, that's okay. That's good by me. I'm not buying Ozempic Luka.
He's still fat. I don't care what anybody says. He's like slimmed down a little bit, but
he's slim in context of how fat he was last year.
Right.
He's not slim in context of an NBA player.
It's going from like 3 levels below dog shit to just dog shit. You know, it's still dog shit.
Yeah, you're not playing defense either way.
To answer Danny's question, how did Draymond and Andre Iguodala work together? And Andre could not shoot as well as Al Horford does. I think at the end of the day, the smarts will kind of overrule everything, and Al shoots the shit out of the ball.
Also, just thinking about it, how much Looney and Draymond did we watch together over the years?
Right.
Like, come on.
and like, if we're just thinking about, Al having the ball somewhere and Draymond having to spot up in a corner, Draymond's going to go screen for somebody, whether it's Buddy or Pods or whoever, and they're going to work an off-ball action. Like, it will work. That's the thing. They're that smart. And so if the team has smarts, I never doubt what they do around Steph and Draymond. And then you add Jimmy to that mix. It's not a concern to me. I'll take the smarts over the shooting for the most part. And they've added shooting to their roster, which is great. They need it. But I just won't worry about players that are, the top tier of IQ figuring it out around Steph and Draymond. That'll never be a concern to me.
Danny, I want to ask you one more question before we get you out of here. You've been super generous. And this is I feel like this is the crux of the theme of what everyone wants to know about the Warriors. So everyone knows they finished last year strong. 23-8 post Jimmy trade, 22-5 when Jimmy and Steph were healthy. Top 3 net rating, top number 1 defense, all the metrics that essentially tell you this is a real contender. This lineup combination is as good as any in the NBA. There's people question saying, okay, they had a soft schedule. Oh, it's just a dead sprint to the end. Can they really do it over the course of the season? I'm curious your thought on it. How much do you actually buy what you saw at the end of last year being what they could do this year? And how much are you skeptical?
So that is the big question, right? Like, you kind of nailed it. It's how real is that? And I don't think it was a fluke. I think it would be ridiculous to think it was a total fluke. But there's got to be some truth to, hey, they were playing every game balls to the wall. They were trying like hell to get out of the play-in, and that's just not realistic to expect over the course of a full season, even if everyone's on the same page and everybody's motivated and everybody's energized. You guys have seen Jimmy Butler's career. Like, that's not how he approaches the regular season, for better or worse.
That's
And I mean, you could say the same thing about someone like Draymond Green. Like, you're not going to get him playing 35 minutes a night, trying to blow up every action on defense while also running point and running pick and rolls and DHOs with Steph on every possession, like in November. It's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. So they were winning at a 60-win pace, right? 23-8. Maybe it's a 50-win pace now, 55-win pace over the course of the full season. They're not going to win 60 games this year. I know Kevin Pelton thinks, his model is at 56. I think that's high. I think 50 or 51 is probably a good target for them this year. I think it's definitely possible, and I think 50 or 51 wins gets you out of the play-in, even in a loaded West. I think that would be a successful regular season for them if they come out of it healthy. In that stretch, how much of it was real? I think Podziemski and Moody playing like they did was real. I think them slotting into roles around Jimmy and Steph, that was real. I think Jimmy's ability to get to the foul line at will was real, and that in turn helps their defense. I think that will carry over. But just the pure intensity, I just can't imagine that's going to happen all year.
All right, let's put it to the side. I think that's fair. Do you feel like there's any team that's a terrible matchup for them if they're fully healthy and motivated? Let's put obviously the biggest issue for this team is health. Are they going to run into a situation like last playoffs where Jimmy breaks his ass and then Steph turns his hammy? But let's just assume they navigate the season perfectly. And, it's not pretty, but everyone's healthy when it matters, which is ultimately what anyone cares about. Is there any team that you would genuinely think they cannot beat in a 7-game series?
I mean, it's so hard to say now, but I mean, I would not pick them against Oklahoma City. I wouldn't have picked them last year against Oklahoma City if they advanced to the Western Conference Finals. OKC is a fantastic team. I think they had the best net rating ever last year. Like,
All right,
They
that
slow
counts for
down,
something.
slow
They
down,
did,
Danny.
but
Relax.
it's juiced
relax.
by
They went
modern era.
to 7 twice, and they looked very beatable in both
Against
those.
So those
Michael
are their
Porter
growing
Jr. with a
pains,
broken
you know.
shoulder.
They're
a good
over
point. That's a
those
good point.
humps.
That's a good.
You know,
that-
I think
yeah,
I'd pick
it's
Denver
fair.
over them probably.
That's fair.
I'd like to see more of Houston. On paper, that could be a terrible matchup for them because they're like pure size. Like,
Yeah.
could be disgusting. They could have like 5 players in every lineup over 6'7". I don't know who's running
But they're
point.
shooting all
Four
twos.
players who shoot 6.7% from the 3-point line. But
Yeah, like they lost their 2 highest volume 3-point shooters, and then Fred got hurt. Like, Houston does not scare me at all. I'll say that right now.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's kind of a hot
OKC,
take.
fine. I get it. I get the OKC thing. They were the best team in the league last year. They won the championship, highest net rating. Great team. Denver, Steph is going to pull
big
Jokic
Hassan
out.
Wallace guys.
Yeah, that's you. That's all you, Sam. You've been there since before the draft. Denver, like, yes, Jokic is the best player in the world, but Steph is still going to pull him out to the perimeter. Good luck. Have fun with that. Like, it'll be a great series. Houston, they just don't scare me. We beat them with Draymond. We beat them with Draymond at center last year, and that double big lineup, so vaunted.
I know you're like boys with them now, Tommy, but they got Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Look. Me and Kev go way back. We go way back. But I don't know. Like, is he going to run point guard for him? Are we going to trust Reed Shepherd in the playoffs?
If KD runs point guard for the Rockets, that's very
It's
good
game
for
over.
other teams. Yeah,
He's going to complain about getting double teamed, stop double teaming. Like, we know how that goes.
especially
so,
at
like,
this age.
who's handling the ball and who's shooting?
Yeah,
the
but how you gonna feel if Reed Shepherd starts going off? It's gonna
Yeah, I would like to
it's
see
gonna bring back some of your glory day memories.
from high school. Absolutely.
What if Amen is just their point guard now?
Yeah, okay, that one
interesting.
actually.
That
That's
one's an
the one
interesting one.
where
Even then, he can't shoot.
that's the one where I'm like, all right, he's an awesome defender and he's a very good player, and I would obviously love him on the Warriors, but just because he's a good player doesn't mean he's going to transferably be a different player next year. I'm not buying he's a point guard. I'm not buying it at all. I'm not buying that they can just like morph him into that. I just think he's going to probably, honestly, you know, he's going to be like a supercharged Sean Marion. Shout out Steve Kerr.
God, that's a great player. That's a freaking great player.
I'd love that guy on the Warriors. Like, let's be honest. Like, who doesn't want that guy on your
I'm
team?
in a second on the Warriors.
Yeah. But,
the problem with the Rockets, though, I don't know if I agree all the way with you, Tommy. I do think the Warriors would be better in the series, but I do think, like, if you're talking about Amen Thompson at the point or Reed Shepherd, like, those are guys that are a couple years away from like winning playoff basketball. Could they win in the regular season? Of course. Like, it's those guys are really good. I mean, Amen is really good. I don't know about Reed Shepherd. Who knows? But like playoff basketball is just different. Like, those guys feel like 2 years, 3 years away from being good in playoff basketball. Like, same with the Warriors. Like I feel like Moody and Pod's experience this year is going to matter when they make the postseason next year. Like, it's going to be so much better than them. That Pods and Moody were so bad, but they fought through it. Yeah.
Or like the way I look at it, because I thought Amen was good in the playoffs last year. There's a difference between being good in his role and being like, now you're Russell Westbrook, now you're Derrick Rose. You know, like those are that, and that I feel like that's what Danny's kind of alluding to. Like, what if he's a point guard? What if they use like his athletic? Like, obviously he's a good enough ball handler to play point guard.
But
like,
if he's that, do they have the spacing to make it work? There's only the only team who can make core spacing work is the Warriors, because Steph exists. And obviously they've had Buddy that makes and some more shooting. But the only team who can make that work is the Warriors. The Rockets can make bad spacing exist. Like, they
Jabari shoots it. KD shoots it, obviously.
But who else? They lost Dylan Brooks, who was 8 threes a game. No matter what you think about Dylan Brooks, he's an asshole, super annoying, but he shot 8 threes a game at 39% last year.
I think Dorian Finney-Smith.
High volume.
Oh, they have Dorian Finney-Smith. I forgot about that. That's a fake shooter. That's a peak fake shooter.
Yeah, that's a Robert Covington shooter.
Yeah,
I saw some Rockets. I think
glad you guys picked up my sarcasm.
They tweeted out every single on-off with Jalen Green last year, and every single player that he played with was better with him off the court.
Oh, dude, I mean that's
absolutely.
I agree with that. Jalen Green. That's just the eye test.
I think just losing him and improving the way they did might be a huge huge factor.
Imagine
that
if the
we might be
Warriors lost their
overlooking.
own Jalen Green, Danny. I mean, come on. Can you just imagine that?
You're gonna get Danny in trouble. You're gonna get Danny in trouble.
Hey,
You
hold
gotta
on
talk to these guys.
before you go, the OKC one. I think I like that one because I do talk a lot of shit about that. Sam and I were definitely on that train. They probably would have lost Game 7 if Halliburton didn't tear the Achilles. I feel like people don't talk about that. They would if it was the Warriors, but people generally don't give a shit about the Thunder. That's probably why they don't talk about it. But they're not gonna lose again like this season. It's just they're young. They went through the growing pains. They're just, dude, they're going to win like 68 games, dude. And then they're going to run through to they're so young. And now they know they can't lose after a championship. Like last year was the year to get them. And they got lucky. You know, that's what happens. That's how sports works.
Andy, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They haven't seen Steph in a series though.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. They have not seen him in a series, and
I mean, everyone also said that about the Celtics, and then what happened year 2? Everyone said that about the 2015 Warriors. What happened the next year? Like
Nuggets.
Yeah. Oh, the Nuggets is the best one. Yeah, the Nuggets. I mean, this is Adam Silver's NBA. It's all parody. My Hawks are going the whole way.
Fuck off.
All right, relax, Zach Lowe. Relax.
Yeah.
I had that take first. Get out of here.
Too many
Danny.
podcasts.
Danny, appreciate you, brother.
Have a good one. Thank you, guys. Light
fun,
years
man.
after dark forever.
Let's pay a bill.
Oh, yes. Light Years Podcast. That was fun. Light Years Podcast. We're brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks and Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this summer. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports takes into real money all summer long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. I mean, we're doing this after Sunday Night Football. CMC is probably the the easiest player that you can stack in all Prize Picks lineups. I'm looking at the Monday night slate tomorrow. Jahmyr Gibbs maybe is probably the guy that you look to stack because he's going to catch a lot of balls. He's going to get a lot of touches. He's probably going to score a touchdown, especially against a Bucs defense. That is a very great. So, hey, free knowledge for you. Maybe Jahmyr Gibbs Monday night is what I'm looking at. But I mean, anytime you can get CMC.
Take the over on Baker.
Or the more.
Come on, man.
Or the more. Yeah.
Baker. I'm on the MVP Baker bandwagon right now.
I'm not going to fight you on that. He might be the coolest
Jackson
quarterback.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, same thing.
Yeah.
Take the more every week on Jackson Smith. Every week.
God, those guys are monsters. So the
you know what I really like to do also, Andy, is take the more and stack the players you have in your fantasy league too. Then it gets really fun. Then every time CMC scores, it's like another level of just pure bliss. And I'm gonna keep superlatives to myself.
All you got to do is download the app today. Use code LightYears. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineups. You guys know it. That's the code LightYears to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Guys, you know what's really important when you're out here sweating your Prize Picks? It's being in some comfortable underwear. Look, you guys know how I feel about this. Nothing kind of affects my mood more than if I have a good pair of boxer briefs on. If I'm potting at an elite level and you guys are like, wow, Sam's got great energy today, I'm wearing Skims. If I'm kind of sloppy, if I look like I'm just kind of like not on my game tonight, that's when I'm at the back end of the laundry. I'm wearing those pairs that I probably should have thrown out months ago, but no one ever fucking cleans out their underwear drawer. Let's be real. That sort of thing. And so, I'm just going to talk about Skims. They are by far the most comfortable pair of boxer briefs I have ever owned. Like the obvious choice anytime I do laundry, I know exactly which pair I'm going to first. You guys all know what I'm talking about. You do your laundry, you have your favorites you go to, your favorite socks, favorite underwear, top of the rotation, date night stuff. Important meeting tomorrow. I got to feel good to present well stuff. That's Skims for me. The best things I possibly own. Guys, go to skims.com. select Skims Men's, and when you hit in the drop down, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop down menu. Guys, once again, Skims Men's at skims.com. Let them know we sent you. And after you place your order, select podcast in the survey, select our show in the drop down menu, and follow. These are just facts, guys.
They are possible, by the way, for everybody saying.
No, but I mean, I look, I'm just saying, like, as men, we don't talk about this stuff openly.
We don't.
And maybe it's okay that we don't, but I'm
Probably
here to
better that we
bridge the
don't.
gap. I'm here to bridge the gap to our friends. You have an important event, whether it's work or social. You're making clothing decisions that start with your underwear. They're like, I need the ones that are at the top of the rotation. We all have closet rotations. Like, you have shirts in your closet. You're like, this is top of the rotation. This is laundry day. Skims are always top of the rotation.
Every time.
This is just
Skims is the rotation.
All right, let's get to some people, and I want to get some callers here. We got our guy Will Decker. I haven't talked to Will in a minute.
Go.
I gotta get Will up
Since
here.
last season.
Will
probably.
always brings the energy. We'll call in for a little off-season positivity at some point, but yes.
My brothers in Christ, how are we doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Happy Sunday.
Good, man. Good,
Bro,
man.
I am feeling absolutely ecstatic. Season is a couple days away. Listen, I was so annoyed by the Kuminga thing
Yes.
that the season crept
Let
up
it out.
on me. Yeah, man, I haven't gotten in since that happened, but I'm feeling good, man. Like, we have the roster, and what I think has a chance to run the table. Anytime you got that guy 30 in your corner, you got a freaking shot at taking this whole thing. So let's get out there. Let's be healthy, stagnate the Horford minutes, make sure he's healthy throughout the season. But I think with his shooting and spacing, we could see an offensive iteration we haven't seen in a long time for Golden State, which I'm really pleased on, man. I've got some Will Richard takes that I'm a little nervous to let out of the bag, but is he what Moses is supposed to be if he comes in and plays right away? Like, because he looks exactly like Moses, like height-wise, like arm length-wise. Like, Will Richard and Moses Moody are in that same exact corner. So what do you guys think about him in the preseason? Because I've been a fan.
I'd be lying to you if I said I did not think about that when I was watching. I was like, this is what they thought they were getting with Moses. But then I felt bad because Moses is low-key been getting better, and he's kind of hurt right now. So it just feels like negative energy to put out there. But to your point, like, he knows who he is. What I like about him is he a 4-year player. That's not like Fitz. 4-year college player, knows his role. Knows exactly who he is on a team. He's not coming in here being like, Steph, get out of the way, I'm cooking. He knows he wants to be Lou Dort. He wants to be.
Dude, Steve Kerr's aroused hearing that, 4-year college player, knows his role. Steve Kerr's like, I'll sign up for this right now. This is what I want. But in all seriousness, man, this could be the last run we have with Kerr. So I'm expecting like a really big season from us and just everyone invested. We have a trade piece at the deadline. It's in Kuminga's best interest to buy into the team up until February, and then we could ship him off or something. But, man, I feel actually the best coming into this season in at least a few years. So I'm feeling really, really optimistic, man. I think we can do something special if we, align the right way. And Curry still looks like he's a 25-year-old. So if we can get that, we're looking good, man. But you guys are the GOATs, man. I love this show. Keep podding all throughout the year. If you're not listening to Light Years, what the hell are you guys doing, man? So thank y'all for doing what you do and getting Warriors Nation pumped up, man, because it doesn't go unnoticed. Let's go, baby.
Will.
Love y'all, man. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
I need takes. Will Richard get $200 million? Let's go now.
Bro. So Will Richard might make more money than Pods in his career. That's all I'm going to say. So we'll see about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. I love it.
Appreciate you, Will.
Later, boys.
Evening, my man.
Dude, Real Richard got the hardcore Warriors fans fired up, man. Absolutely fired up. The thing about him is like he's got a little what does Simmons call it?
He's
confidence.
He's just doing stuff out there. He's just
he's got that irrational confidence. That's what it is. Like that's last game. I don't know why I was watching. I know you guys were because you guys are sickos, but he was getting shots up. Like getting shots up when the team was trying to come back. So it's just you don't see it that much. Pods definitely has that. I don't think Moody has it. I think he's kind of got it. Like he's a shooter, but he doesn't. I mean, Kuminga definitely has it. But it's like that's that irrational confidence that paired with the fact that like is Will Richard going to be an actual shooter? Because if he is, then, whew.
I mean, I go back and forth on the shot.
Yeah, with Will Richard. Yeah, I don't know.
It's obviously going to be the determining factor because if the shot is real, he clearly understands how to do everything else, how to play off ball. He's a good defender. Like he can defend at an NBA level today. It's like, is he going to hit 38% of those open shots or are you going to hit 31%? Like that's really the rotation decision.
Yep.
He's always just kind of doing stuff out there. Like to go back to a Bill Simmons thing, like, but he's just doing like the right things. He's always rotating to the right place defensively. He's always making the right cut. He's spotting up in the right place. He's making the right pass. And I think to go back to kind of the comparing him and Moses, which we shouldn't get into because that's going to get us in trouble. He makes quicker decisions than Moses does right now. And they're about the same age. So it makes sense. Like they've probably seen as many reps in basketball. Like I think Moses may be 6 months older than Will Richard, but he makes decisions instantly, which is that's the thing that gets Steve excited, for lack of a better term. You know, like Steve gets excited when a guy does not let the ball stick in his hands. And that's been his biggest issue with like the young guy, not Pods, because Pods doesn't really do that. But for Kuminga and Moody, that's his biggest frustration. And Will Richard does the opposite. The ball just moves when it hits his hands and he cuts and then he finds an open spot. So
Steve's also just impatient about that stuff, but
yes,
we can debate. It is what it is at this point. Like their team is too good to, like let's see if this guy can figure it out in 2 years, that type of thing. So he wants guys who just innately get it off the bat. It's okay. At least the front office, this is my favorite thing about Mike. He knows what is going to play and what isn't going to play. And so he's just out here like, I'm going to draft guys in the late second round who can play for our team. Like Quentin Post, you're not trying to like home run swing on Smiley Beach, like type of things.
It's like you see Quentin Post in the second year and it's like, yeah, I think that's about where he's going to be for his career. Like he's a little older, he can make a shot, but like the upside and this is just, I mean, it just is what it is, right? Like the upside is the upside. He's going to make a bunch of threes. He's going to be a guy that gets in there. He's going to get him up. He's confident. But I mean, other than that, like he's not going to do much more. And it's like, he's a late second round pick. Right. And so I think the same thing kind of goes for, I think obviously TJD. It's kind of like who he is, what he is. And well, Richard, we'll see. But yeah. That's...
But even then, I don't even think I agree with you on that. Like, do I think Post is going to like unlock some like crazy, I'm going to become Jokic? Like, of course not. Can he get a little stronger and just be able to battle and hang in there a little more while keeping his shooting?
I mean, that's like 10%. That's an incremental better. Of course. I mean, like, yeah, but it's like...
Yeah, but like that incremental better is the difference between being a guy who can't play in a playoff rotation, a guy who can give you 15 minutes.
Oh, I don't know. That's like 30% better. Go ahead, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You muted, yeah.
I think Post is already a pretty solid rim protector.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to use his size, which is like more than we can say for other Warriors bigs who were selected within the past 5 to 6 years.
He can be Vooch at home.
He can be Vooch at home. Shout out to our guy Paratosh. He can be Vooch at home. But like even Vooch cannot do that. Like he knows how to, if somebody drives at him, he knows how to play the cat and mouse, and he goes up, like he puts his hands up and he fouls sometimes, but like we tried to teach somebody by the name James Wiseman how to do that for 3 years and he couldn't do it. So like there is an innate amount of feel that comes with that. And I will always believe in guys that have feel, like maybe the upside isn't crazy, but I do think he will get better. And the shooting will always keep him on the floor and the size will keep him on the floor. So if you can just improve in like the little minute things, I do think he has a chance to be a good player.
This is look. I'm going to mention two centers who are like Steven Adams and Rudy Gobert just bullied him off the floor physically.
Yeah, of course.
And that's not a skill thing as much as it's can he just get stronger? And I think that's a more realistic thing for him to gain than like him getting like quicker feet on the perimeter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like he kind of is what he is that way, but like, can he just get a little stronger? So when he faces a goon, he has a better chance of just like neutralizing him. So then he can use his shooting on the other end of the floor. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. And it's like, I don't even want to go into it too much deeper than that. Yeah. But the point of the matter is he's found players 3 years in a row in the second round who can stick in the NBA for a handful of years, which is, yeah, I don't even know if like what they were doing previously with lottery picks could do that, you know? So
big facts.
I think that's a good leading point. Like, how do you guys feel about Mike in general right now? Because I feel like with the kind of handcuffs he's been given, he's done a pretty damn good job. Like, I feel like his scouting eye is already better than Bob. But Bob was way better at managing the interpersonal stuff. So, like, I guess the real question is, what do you guys prefer between the two? And what do you think would be better for this team and this roster right now?
I'll go first. I mean, it's different skill sets. Like right. Bob is underrated at this point among Warrior fans. Like, because the lasting memory of Bob was whiffing on lottery picks, which is fair. Like, I as much as anyone was like, what the fuck, dude? You know, no, because the lottery picks are after that.
I know,
but yeah, you know, it's like, so that's not great. But like, in terms of just managing process, getting elite players to buy in and keeping the peace, like there's no one better than him. There's no one better than him. He's very good at that. He clearly knows how to run a staff and keep everyone bought in. I don't actually like it as an either or question. I just think what I've seen from Mike.
You got to answer it, brother. You got to answer. You got to pick one, dude. What are we talking about? You can't just say I don't like the. Come on.
Well,
it's Bob. I mean, it's Bob. It's not.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, he's the guy that's actually has the history and has the titles. I mean, it's not close. So I think we'll see what Mike does with Kuminga at the trade deadline. He seems like a guy that's kind of an asshole, which is good, I think, in some situations where I think we're just going to be like, hey man, you go figure it out and we'll trade you at the deadline or whatever at the offseason. So we'll see. I mean, Mike seems like he's good, right? I mean, you guys, you know, you guys agree. He seems like a smart dude. So I mean, we'll see. But yeah, Bob's Bob, man. Like he made some of the biggest trades in Warriors. I mean, he made the biggest trades in Warriors history, the biggest signings, and it's not all his freaking credit, but guy's awesome. Big Bobby. He's him. I'm looking at this media thing, Sam. You showing something here?
No, you just hit a button that you shouldn't.
Okay.
Someone hit a button that they shouldn't.
It wasn't me. Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to get out of it. That's a big problem. I see what's going on. There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know how we got there, but we got there, and now we're back out of there.
Where do we go from here, Sam? Where do we go from here?
Yeah, I don't know that I agree on the Bob thing, but I'm a fan of both. Like ultimately, like the league that Bob was the best executive in doesn't exist anymore. Like the new CBA is all like it's been created for quants who want to gamify the whole thing, as opposed to relationship managers. That's just the reality of where we're at. Yeah. But then again, the skills that Bob Myers has are kind of timeless and ultimately matter more than anything in any business. Like what matters is your ability to get Steph Curry and Kevin Durant to believe what you're saying more than anything. And he's always been the best in the league at that sort of thing. So I don't know. We'll leave it there. I'm going to keep moving. We got another caller here coming through. Yep. We got Guru coming. Got frazzled by my tech limitations here, but you know,
what's up, dude?
We're good. Guru, what's up, bro?
Hi, Guru. What up, dude?
What's up, guys? What's up? Thanks for having me on once again. Yeah, I mean, can't wait for the season to start. Finally, Yeah, who's going to be in the starting lineup? No, I mean, I don't think anybody knows for sure, but still can't wait. Can't wait for the NBA back on NBC. I think that's a good childhood
They're
memory, right?
they're doing a good job of like leaking these
Yeah,
teasers.
Yes.
Like
yeah,
they were gonna have me with the nostalgia just off the bat, but then they're doing these little snippets. Tommy, you shared it today, the Kay Adams clip. We're talking about like Michael Jordan is going to show a different side of
I
him.
mean, I shared that for a different reason, but
I know, but
Yeah.
that's
but
whatever.
like it's.
We don't have to harp on the
I don't even know
details
that
right
I
now.
need to see a different side of Michael Jordan, but just the way it was presented made me excited.
Yep.
I'm ready for new with the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
like old is the new, I guess. So I mean, it's all good. I mean, I think we're gonna get a sneak preview of what the Rockets and Thunder are looking like in the first game. I think that's gonna be a highly competitive game, and I think that we're gonna see what the Rockets look like without a point guard. I don't think it's gonna look very good. Like I think we're all kind of in agreement there. But yeah, like my biggest thing is that like where are the Warriors going to rank in the West after the regular season it comes to a close? Right? Are they going to be a top 4 seed? Are they going to be a top 6? Like the thing about teams that Jimmy Butler has played on, like he's no stranger to the play-in, and I think that gets me kind of nervous at the same time as hopeful that okay, we are going to be a top 8 team, but are we going to have to go through the play-in just because Jimmy misses too many games and the margins are just super tight in the West? Like, what do you guys think about the Western Conference and where we rank in the regular season?
Interesting.
I mean, I think 4 or 5 seed realistically. I've talked highly about this team all preseason. I really do think they are a top 3, top 4 team in the league when all is said and done. But the games missed are going to be a thing. Like,
yeah,
Horford's playing maximum 60 probably. Jimmy's going to miss 15 to 20. Steph's probably going to miss 10 to 15. Draymond, same thing. So I think I would be very happy with a 4 or a 5 seed if they can get higher than that, which I think they can if they like have really good health. That's great. But if they win less than 50 games, I'll be disappointed. Honestly,
I think
if they're healthy,
they need
to win less than 50.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to point to 2022, but I do think that's kind of somewhat of a blueprint, which is when you have your main guys, you better be a machine.
Yes,
because you're probably not going to get more than 50 games of Steph and Jimmy together. Like I think both of them are going to play 65 games. There's going to be games where it's one without the other, and there's going to be games where both sit. What you need is if they play 50 games together, I need 40 and 10. I need like 38 and 12.
40 and 10 is crazy.
You know what I'm saying though? Like the games you have your quote unquote full squad, I need 60 plus win pace. Because inevitably you're going to have a lot of games where it's just Steph with no Jimmy, or it's just Jimmy with no Steph, and other guys are in and out of the lineup, and you're just hoping to go 500 during that spell. Does that make sense? Like, so what matters to me is like, maybe it's 40 games. Maybe it's go 30 and 10 in the 40 games they play together. That way, if you go 20 and 20, the other 40 games, you're at 50 wins. And I know it's not that simple, but in some ways it is. Like, don't fuck around when you have your guys healthy, and you'll buy yourself enough buffer for the inevitability of like, okay, over these next 2 weeks, we just need to be 4 and 5 while guys are in and out of the lineup. And to finish that point, that's what gets you to Tommy's point, which is that's what gets you to the 3-4 seed instead of the play-in. Those little like not leaving a Clipper game in November when everyone's healthy and they're missing Kawhi on the table. You know, I don't know why that's in my head, but like it's like those little things are probably more important for this team than like the Thunder, who like don't have to think about pacing themselves. They just need to show up and play hard.
The Clippers swept us last year, right?
They have for like the past 3 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They have our number. I don't know what it is, but they have our number.
No, they're a good matchup for the Warriors. They're I mean, they're a really good team. I
personnel.
kind of want. It's funny because I was watching the preseason game and I'm like, and the announcers are like, "Oh, just wait until they get Chris Paul on the court." And I'm like, I don't know if Chris Paul helps them. Like, this team is athletic. They're long. Like, they can shoot the ball. Like, does he actually help them? Like, he's just gonna slow things down and do weird shit. Anyway, it's a good team. I mean, it's just a good team. To answer your question, I'm kind of with Tommy on the 4 seed, 5 seed. I'm a little lower on the win total. I just it's the health stuff that I got them at like 47, 48 ish, and maybe like a 6 seed. Please no play in. Like, play-in's what ruined them last season. I mean, the trade deadline is really what ruined them last season. They made the trade at the trade deadline. Now they have to play 40 straight games. It's like, I'm with Sam on the, like, I don't know about 40-10. I think he was just saying that.
Well,
but it's
you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
It's
you
like
know,
just
33 and like 17 is okay. That might be too low, but 35 and 15, you know what I mean? Something like that is like, can you do that? Which, yeah, we've seen him do it. So, can you sprint enough so that you don't have to sprint at the end? Where, man, like Jimmy, what did Jimmy go for in the playing game against Memphis? Like, he go for like 35, 38. It's like
crazy.
It was crazy, but it's a playing game.
He's late
last
stage
year.
Iguodala, though. That's
Yeah,
what everybody's telling me he's just Iguodala now. That's what everybody tells me.
Let me just put this.
Jimmy,
Let me put this number in front of you. Last year, when Steph and Jimmy played, they went 22-5. You can say sprinting, playing harder than their opponents, easy schedule. All of that might be true. That's a 67 win pace. 67 wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I genuinely think a healthy Steph and Jimmy team can win a 60 win pace in a regular season. So what I want from them, I don't expect them to win 60 games. There's like a world in which everything aligns physically and they get that, but I don't expect it. It's not realistic. I need them to win at a 60 game pace when they play, so that they can win at a 42 win pace when guys don't play.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to call it what it is, which is a 51 win team. Which, like, if you look at it, 50 wins has gotten you home court in the first round in the West since the play-in's established. It's like 50 wins will get you the 4 seed, maybe the 3 seed, depending on the years. So 50 is the number I'm shooting for. Last year they had 48. Realistically, if they won 2 more games, they would have been the 4 seed. So it's one of those things where it's like, win at the pace I know you're capable of when you have your main guys, and build that buffer for inevitable when Jimmy has a bad back and sits 4 games, or Steph turns an ankle, and like all the things you're kind of expecting.
I would say the real concern is about the start of the season, because everybody is thinking about that 18-2 start from 2021, 2022,
which is like a dream scenario.
Yeah, I would love that.
Look, as optimistic as I am, that's not going to happen.
Right.
I think 14 or 13 of the first 20 games are on the road, which, like, that can be great on the back end of the schedule where you're playing a lot more home games, but they will have to be healthy for that stretch. Because one of those trips is like a Milwaukee, Chicago. It's like that weird East Coast road trip.
Oh, no,
we always
Chicago.
go like it's no, just in terms of the games that they always lose. They go into Cleveland and they get trounced by 40 for no reason. Not because they're worse, but because it's just that long road trip. So they need to be healthy for that stretch of games. Because honestly, with the way the schedule looks in the first 20, I would be happy with 13-7, 14-6.
Yeah, it's a tough start.
Well, if people get injured, then you can kind of manage it from there. But they are kind of getting screwed by the way the schedule looks in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it is a tough start to the season.
It is.
But on the other hand, like, that's where I think Sam said it. It's like, if you're healthy, you go win those games, because we're seeing right now in the preseason who they are when they don't have Jimmy. It's the same team that was the team that we've seen the last couple of years. Like, there's no difference. Like, they're a 500 team when Jimmy's not there. So there's no need to be angry. It's like, if Jimmy's not there, guess what? They're going to turn the ball over. If Jimmy's not there, guess what? They're going to dribble around in circles and turn the ball over. It's just, it is what it is. But when you are healthy, which Jimmy's playing on Tuesday, can you get to 13-7, Tommy, for the first 20 games? Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of shooting a little higher than that, but the record is what the record is. They got a lot of road games, but does that matter anymore?
I think road games at the start, by the way, are probably better for the Warriors, because, like, if you're gonna get if you're just gonna get that, like, puncher's chance, like Steph, Jimmy, those dudes are gonna have a little more, like, juice that first trip. that first trip to Milwaukee and Chicago and what like November 6th or whatever it is, then because you know how it goes. You get 10 to 20 games in, everyone starts settling in, and grind mentality comes in.
Grind mentality. Yeah.
I mean, it's just reality. It's like let's. Not everything is determined by the first 10 games, but 2022-23 when they started 3-7 because they wanted to see.
I kind of think it does, Sam.
What the big fella could do in the post.
I kind of think it does. Like it
doesn't
mean everything. It doesn't mean everything, but
it doesn't mean everything. But it's
but
I don't know that this is the type of team that like you want to dig yourself into a hole with and then ask the old guys to do their thing. So
and year after year they've done it. I agree.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, I'm just excited. I'm ready for them to come back. I have no respect for the Lakers, I'm gonna be honest with you. Zero.
By the way, I know we have another special guest coming on here in a second, but do you guys know the spread for the Tuesday night game against the Lakers?
Not looked. Why do you know it, Andy?
Of course I know. I didn't know the Sam.
Andy's on Polymarket right now. He's betting spread against spread. He's on next level.
Is Ricky Pearsall injury prone? Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
As
as someone who has Ricky Pearsall on their fantasy team, can you not get shot? 1.5. The Warriors are favored by 1.5, which I thought was kind of low, but weird. Anyway, that Laker team is. Did you see the starting lineup that they're going to throw out there? Gabe Vincent, Luka Doncic, DeAndre Ayton, Rui Hachimura, and then I don't know I forget the fifth, but that's.
I need Ayton to yell "mouse in the house" when he posts up Draymond. That's what I need. Into like a fadeaway 15-footer.
Do you think Draymond do you think he drools before the game before he plays Ayton? Like it's just someone like Ayton is just like perfect Draymond, like you know what I mean? Like it's just a perfect
because he does that because it's a best of both worlds. He can get in his head mentally, and also he knows like he's not trying to deal with Steven Adams like physically coming over his top like for 40 minutes. They don't have to worry about that with Ayton.
No.
I think he laughs at Ayton. I don't think he takes him seriously at all. It's like the meme from Mad Men. Like I don't think about you at all. It's that. That's how Draymond thinks about
DeAndre Ayton. God, the Lakers are. We'll see.
Still Zbiotics, Tommy.
Light Years Podcast. We are brought to you by Zbiotics. I have to tell you about this game-changing product I used before a night out with drinks. It's called Pre-Alcohol. Zbiotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic Drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. Here's how it works. When you drink alcohol, it gets converted into toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a bit of this byproduct, not dehydration. That's the blame for the rough days after drinking. Guys, I think we've all had rough nights out. And honestly, I've used Zbiotics products before. Sam, I think you have too. If you use it, like, look, we're in our 30s.
You used it last night. That's the only reason I'm here at 10 at night, buddy.
We're kind of washed. You got to use that type of stuff before you go out nowadays. And honestly,
we're in the supplement phase, but we're trying to keep them clean.
Man, I vitamin C, anything I can use to not feel like I typically do after a night of drinking. But that's what Zbiotics does. So all you have to do is go to zbiotics.com/lightyears to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use Lightyears at checkout. Zbiotics is backed with 100% money back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, head to zbiotics.com/lightyears and use the code lightyears at checkout to get 15% off.
Speaking of trying to not be washed, the number one step in acknowledging that is acknowledging where you're at physically. And the number one way to acknowledge where you are physically is get a DEXA scan from our friends over at Body Spec. Look, the Warriors, they get DEXA scans. The Niners, they get DEXA scans. The San Jose Sharks, they get them. going to go out on a limb right now and just tell you every pro sports gets it. So what is a DEXA scan? It's a highly accurate method of measuring your body's composition. So we have evolved from the 1950s where we would just stand on the scale like Neanderthals. There are better ways to measure what's going on in your body. So DEXA scan tells you your body fat percentage. Like we've all heard about pro athletes' body fat percentage, lean muscle mass, visceral body fat, the stuff that really can tell you what you are and then inform you about what you need to do to get in better shape. That I think is the most important part because you may think you need to do one thing, but a DEXA scan can tell you actually, Andy, you need to cut the carbs. You need to start doing some crunches, something like that, right? So that's what they're going to come in here and say. And so what I love about our friends at BodySpec is they've made this $300-$400 procedure affordable for all. With the code LightYears45, you can get DEXA scan for only $45. Guys, it's price of an Uber and a coffee. I don't know. You see how inflation is today? DEXA scan for $45, arguably the greatest value you can get in America right now. Locations in San Francisco and LA, mobile vans that will come to you, literally get your scan, 15 minutes, results will be emailed to you shortly thereafter. BodySpec, code LightYears45, start your fitness journey. By the way, it is true. What the fuck can you get for $45 anymore?
Literally nothing.
It's actually, it's a very depressing conversation if we want to go down that aisle, and we will not be going down that aisle. But we got someone else calling in. We got our guy Daman calling in.
Oh God, brother! Oh
hater,
brother!
Reeves over Steph. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Daman.
Boy, oh boy, this guy.
Did his Wi-Fi drop or what?
No, there he is.
I heard he was at the No Kings protest, lighting LeBron jerseys on fire. No Kings. No more Kings in LA.
I'm actually here to confront Sam, that two-faced, rat-faced bastard who has, for 3 years, been ruining Jonathan Kuminga's life, sending people to his house and his Instagram comments. And all of a sudden, now that he's in the fold, we should start Kuminga. Oh, he's great now. Just to build his trade value. It's the most transparent bullshit I've ever seen in my life. How do you defend that?
You're still thinking about that game from last spring where he looked like a superstar against the Lakers. That was like low-key his best game of the season.
Yeah, no. And I come here a little humble because I'm going to the game on Tuesday, and I just know the Warriors are going to kick the Lakers' ass. I'm telling you though, 1.5 points is such a light line. No, but so here's my question, and this is what I've been thinking about on the Lakers side, and it totally relates to the Warriors. So I love your roster right now. The Al Horford fit is infuriating. It's going to piss me off all season watching him and Draymond. Like, I see the vision. Here's my question for you. Yeah. And I've been thinking about this, looking at what worked last year for OKC and Indiana and these teams. The one thing they did that kind of it went away from what we used to think what works in the playoffs and what has worked in the playoffs is shorter rotations, slow the pace down, like all that stuff. And they somehow, they played deep into the rotations all the way into the finals, and the pace was nonstop in a way that I can't remember, consistently like that. I think the Lakers and the Warriors, we can slow Denver down and have a fair fight, and we can compete, right? And we can disagree about who has a better chance, but I see that vision. I'm worried about the pace and athleticism of a team like OKC, and forget who's better or worse. On paper, we can make the arguments on, we can go matchup by matchup. How do you think that's going to pan out? That would be the argument I would make against you in the playoffs, is that you couldn't do that. It feels like you need Kuminga's athleticism, for example, right?
We need somebody with that athleticism, yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of two things, right? Either the Warriors beautiful game it up in the same way that the Spurs did against the Heat in 2014.
Yeah.
Or they make it so ugly to the point where OKC doesn't know what to do. Draymond and Lou Dort are getting in fights every quarter. Jimmy is talking shit to Kason Wallace and Alex Caruso, and like that is like as great as the Thunder are, because they are I hate to say it, they are a great team. They really are. They still don't have that level of experience. Like they have not been through those battles that a Steph or a Draymond or a Jimmy or an Al Horford have been through. So like I still, and this is the most thing that I can say, is like I still give them the advantage in those scenarios. Like OKC went through battles with the Nuggets, who had Jokic and Aaron Gordon, who are veterans, I guess, and Indiana, who is a veteran on that team besides Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
What other guys had been in a finals matchup ever on that team? So like when push comes to shove,
James
OKC has
NBA champion, as you noted today.
That is the worst sentence of all time. I still would I'll still give OKC the advantage in the matchup, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna pick them.
I have this weird thing in my head going where so the thing that you're talking about with OKC, Luka did that in OKC, and they almost won back-to-back in OKC. And so I do see that vision. I think the Lakers can't beat Denver. We might be able to beat OKC. And I feel like
you guys aren't beating anyone.
Playoffs, Domin. You're not making the playoffs. What are we talking about here?
It's just like LeBron doesn't even want to play. The guy's chilling at home.
He's got sciatica.
Doing fucking TikToks.
Dude, they're load managing Bronny, dog. We're cooked.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
I don't actually. You guys, it hasn't even got bad. Like you haven't really conceptualized the level of drama he's going to cause when the season starts.
LeBron doesn't give a shit.
Luka goes for 40 on opening night, and LeBron is going to leak some insidious shit by Thursday. Like it's going to get so, the better Luka plays, like the dirtier he's going to play off the court about his extension.
I can't wait to see Draymond try to get into Ayton's head on Tuesday. I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. I think Diamond, though, you're getting ahead of yourselves. Like on the Warriors, like I'm not worried about the Thunder right now. The Warriors gotta make it through the season. Like they gotta figure out how to make it through. But that stuff does matter. Like if Jimmy was 33 years old, like all right, we can talk about OKC. But it's it's like man, OKC is gonna be there, man. But the Warriors, they gotta fight their way to get through the season and be there. But the one with the Lakers, I do think I agree with Sam on that. It's like, I mean, it feels like LeBron's kind of like, look, we're not good enough to win a championship. You guys aren't going to pay me. So what can I do to kind of, what can I do to?
It's not a basketball thing. It's a human nature.
Well, the funniest outcome, I mean, if you Warriors people really want to be like root for Lakers chaos, is for the Lakers to start like 9-2 or 10-3.
Really?
And LeBron joins the team and they go on like a 7-game losing streak. That would be a disaster.
Perfect.
That is the ultimate disaster that you can root for, because then everybody's gonna be like, okay, well, what do we do now? And then we trade him to the Warriors.
I mean, the Warriors would do that in a second.
We're bearing the lead.
I mean,
LeBron's be looking for houses in Walnut Creek by like January.
Hey, he just needs to take a helicopter, man. He doesn't even need a house.
I know.
Where in the Bay Area does LeBron live? I think he.
That's you two. That's Andy and Sam. I don't know.
I think he's living on Sandhill Road. He's got to let everyone know that he's closest to the investment, closest to all the VCs. Or is he just living in downtown San Francisco because he's truly just here for like
no chance.
Nightly it's like
that's
I'm
Kevin
flying
Durant.
to LA if we get a day off.
That's Kevin Durant.
I think he's kind of LeBron too, though. So let's be honest. Savannah's not moving up here. So
is he up in Hillsborough? Is he up in one of those like $8 million houses up in the hills up there? And he's like halfway in between that stuff. Yeah.
Price per square foot will not be the thing that limits him. I'll tell you.
No, absolutely not.
I guess the question is LeBron going to be in a downtown, like tech bro penthouse?
No.
Like KD, or is he going to be in some sort of peninsula suburban mansion, writing letters to the town, letting them know that no affordable housing next door in Palo Alto. Like, which one's it going to be?
He's going to live near Draymond because it's nice to have staff nearby.
Draymond's gone in the trade for him. Draymond's your starting forward, buddy. I mean, he's gonna be setting screens for Luka and yelling.
Get ready to learn split cuts, buddy.
No, it's weird.
Draymond telling Luka to cut.
Bro.
No,
if you put Draymond on a Lakers team with Ayton, Rui Hachimura, and Luka, he's gonna get so fat. He's gonna look like an offensive lineman.
He's punching Ayton. He's punching Ayton by March. There's no way.
I think he's just quitting. It's the opposite.
Actually,
he's doing like
he's pulling Malcolm Brogdon.
He might retire.
He's doing Charlotte Hornets Boris Diaw, where you're just like, you got like a full belly.
He's 280 now.
Yeah, exactly.
Draymond already looks huge. I mean, I don't think Draymond is definitely
great. He did not look great.
He's one of those guys who it's not going to be hard for him to get out of shape if he doesn't want to be.
Baron Davis, same thing.
Yeah,
everybody knew Big Diddy was going to be 260 by the time he retired, like within a month after retiring.
I thought you were gonna say Mike Bibby. That now. See, imagine you look like
that's a different HGH. That's a way different level.
That's getting banned in the league.
I'm pretty humble about the Lakers at this moment. I was pretty optimistic over the summer, and then I watched what their starting lineup is going to be. Allow 80 points to the Kings in the first half, and I was like,
it's brutal.
Oh, this might be bad, and so I like the fact that I like the Lakers as they're constructed need LeBron just to be adequate defensively is a disaster. Like you're already way behind if that's the case. And yeah, I'm definitely concerned. When they announced the starting lineup too, it's like, oh, Gabe Vincent's starting. I'm like, oh shit, really? And then they could develop something and maybe there's a trade down the road or whatever.
Dude, Luka Reeves, Rui, and Ayton. Dog, that's hilarious, bro.
Dude, Ayton versus Draymond is I'm like both looking forward to it and not at all.
How many games until JJ Redick puts Jackson Hayes in the starting lineup?
Dude, it's
not even because he's good, but because he won't take the ball and turn it into a post-up fadeaway when Luka is standing right there.
No, so that is the one thing. Like JJ Redick is still a young coach, and dude, everybody's saying the right things right now. But
he's a performative clipboard puncher.
Yeah, but you look at the way I went back after they signed Ayton, and I was excited by it because I'm like, who else are we gonna get right now? And if you look at the way his Phoenix tenure ended, and Monty Williams is like a saint, right? Like you think about him, whatever you want as a coach, but the way he is, and the way he was disgusted by Ayton, and you look at JJ Redick having no patience for anything at all, could potentially be a problem. So I'm humble right now. I'll be talking shit like crazy. Obviously, the Lakers win on Tuesday, but right now.
I'm not concerned about that.
Your Lakers correspondents are very humble right now.
You guys should be. You guys are terrible.
To answer your Warriors related question about those younger teams.
Yeah.
My issue with the Warriors, or my question of the Warriors is going to continually be this: none of them scare me in a one game rock fight because I genuinely think the Warriors can beat them. My question is always going to be over the 82. I think the Warriors would have beat Minnesota in the playoffs last year, but they didn't beat Minnesota because Steph got hurt. And why did Steph get hurt? Because they got worn down the round before. So the question for me is, can they? Because that's kind of the dirty secret with older teams. People expect them to just all die. It's kind of just a slow, they give you hope and then. The reality of a 38-year-old's tendons are not the same as a 28-year-old's, and they pull hammies, and he's out there playing hurt and he looks limited, and we all remember what Kevin Garnett or Paul Pierce looked like at the end, where like they'd have a throwback performance, but like most nights you're like, man, I don't think he can touch his toes right now. I think it's very tough for him. So it's just kind of that's like a worst case scenario, and like that's my question with this team. It's not a deep one either. It's just how are they going to be able to survive 82 games while winning 50 games and staying on pace? You know.
And so just to pick up on one thing you said 1 game rock fight. And what I don't know, and what maybe I'm overreacting to last year, those 1 game scenarios, we always grew up knowing, and grew up like even 2-3 years ago, those games were rock fights. They weren't exactly rock fights last year though, like the pace and everything, like and maybe I'm over. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm overreacting to this, and I'm reading too much into that. This is like a permanent trend versus like a 1-year blip. I don't know that, but that's my number one question. Stylistically,
I thought Game 7 of the Thunder Pacers was the rock fight, and Game 7 against the Nuggets.
Yeah, but fast-paced, athletic like that, and like a lot more
like
players played in those games.
90 to 87.
Who could handle the ball on the Nuggets besides Jokic? Like, are you trusting Jamal Murray, who's fat and out of shape, to bring the ball up, and Aaron Gordon, who has a pulled hamstring? Like, I'm trusting like Jimmy or Steph or Draymond to like bring it up, and they're going to take 7.5 seconds to get it over half court.
Yeah,
they're throwing it to the elbow. You're running some action away. Everybody's going to fight on the weak side for 12 seconds, and then somebody's going to put up a bullshit shot, and it might go in or might not. Like those games, they always end up like that. They weren't high scoring games. I get what you're saying about the pace. Like the Thunder turned the Nuggets over a lot in Game 7.
Yeah.
And the Thunder obviously turned the pace over a lot in Game 7, but Halliburton also went out. Like we cannot forget that. Like they were winning that game, and who's to say if the Pacers win that game? I believe they would have, because
I had the Friday Night Lights music going through my head when TJ McConnell had his like little mini run in the second quarter. I was like, oh, he's gonna do it. It's like Matt Saracen here. No,
I was biased. Like I wanted the Pacers to win that series, but I think it would have been a obviously much closer game and more of a rock fight if Halliburton doesn't go out.
Yeah.
So those games. I mean, Warriors.
It wasn't a game. It wasn't a game. It wasn't a game when he left. I mean, Halliburton hit like 3 threes in a row. I mean, it was. Yeah. I mean, it's like Steph pulling the hammy against Minnesota. It's like you're just sitting there like, what the? I mean, they won the game, but the series was effectively over.
To that point, though, like the pace doesn't bother me. Those games are a rock fight, whether they're fast or slow. It doesn't really matter. Like that, my concern with the Warriors is not a single game; it's the aggregate. You know, if they get to that situation against the Thunder, 100%, and everyone is healthy,
100%,
I'm just gonna be like, good luck. You know, like I'm just gonna trust that they have one night in them. But if they get to that series and it's Game 1 and Jimmy's ass is already broken, and like those things are just like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not worried. I'm not worried about a Game 7. I'm worried about the Warriors getting there. Like there's a way better chance of the Warriors losing in the round before, because they're just or they're just in the play-in and they lose. Like that would surprise me more. But if you're telling me, hey man, if you're telling me the Warriors are somehow in a Game 7 against the Thunder, brother, I've seen Steph beat KD and Russ in a Game 7. SGA does not move me. Like it's just that, and Steph is going to be 38.
It's just in that one game. Who are you taking over Steph in that scenario? I'll ask that to all of you. Like, who are you taking over him in the NBA right now? Jokic is a finite.
Jackson Hayes, maybe.
I'm not taking anyone over him,
right?
But like, I get what you're saying.
Dom, and like, are you taking anybody over Steph in that scenario? In that one game situation,
he's probably taking LeBron, but I won't even be mad at him for that, because it's actually the same.
He's a Kobe guy at the end of the day. He's a Kobe guy. He's not taking LeBron in that scenario.
But what I was gonna say is
that's a great point.
It's the same logic. You get a guy who's that accomplished, to a single elimination thing. Like they know how to sniff out a victory. You know what I'm saying? It's the big picture where it's like, they're gonna be thrown off before they get
LeBron in a one gamer, I think still like LeBron in a one gamer is still
he's still got like whatever this face injury he has. Like I'm sure he'll be fine if they're in a single game, And
I think that's what I mean, Andy, you put it well. Like any optimism or pessimism I may have about the Lakers season, it's like if we're in that situation, if we can somehow, some way get into that situation, then let's play. But that's the hard part.
Dominic,
Hey, apologize to Kuminga, Sam.
First off, I have been the most pro Kuminga person on the show. That's a fact.
That is actually facts.
That is a fact. You know what? You know what the Kuminga discourse has taught me? It's like political discourse. You get zero credit for being in the middle. You got to be extreme on one side or another. Because I've been I just call it the way I see it with him, which is I think he's okay. I think there's things he does that are very well, but I also think there's things he doesn't do that's very well. And then all I get is people who think he sucks telling me that I'm like a weird fanboy for him, or people who think he's great who think I'm like the biggest hater destroying it. I'm just sitting here going like, I don't know, man. I think he's like the 112th best player in the NBA, maybe the 150th.
90th for ESPN. You know what I'm saying? 92nd.
Yeah, you hater.
Somewhere like he's fine. He's, you know, I would trade him for a better player, or I would keep him for a less good player, you know, like that sort of thing. And all this comes back to there's no value in being in the middle. I either need to say he is the chosen one and Steve Kerr is a racist, or he is fucking terrible. He needs to never see the floor. Any minute he plays should go to Guy Santos. At no point should I be anywhere in the middle of those two extremes.
And both of those statements are true.
All right, Dominic. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, good night, guys.
Rock Turner.
Oh my God, The Rock.
Don't fucking call him The Rock.
Hey guys, can y'all hear me?
What's up, Gio?
Yeah, what's up?
Season preview pod is going insane.
Yeah, it is season preview pod. You know what? I'm excited, bro. Like, I do think like we're gonna destroy the Lakers on Tuesday. Like 40 points, maybe blowout. Because like I don't know, bro. Like is that the worst roster Luka has had since like 2018 maybe?
Oh,
like,
dude,
since Dirk.
I threw that out there, and I have Laker fans telling me he has never played with a center like Ayton. I'm just like, I mute. I don't even need to engage in this. It's I mean, Dallas has put some pretty uninspiring rosters around him, but this is so much worse than like some of those Dallas teams.
Yeah, like dude, LeBron is hurt, and they have like Gabe Vincent starting at their 2 for them. That's not good. Like I don't know about like and they have like and all the players are playing for a contract too. Like everyone is like on 1-year deals. Like that team suck. Like I'm sorry. Like and LeBron might be cooked. Like a back issue at like 41 years old is not something you like gets like better. Like I mean I don't know. But anyways, bro, I'm psyched though. Like I'm psyched because I think look. Given health, I do think this team can win like 51 games. Like given health, like I do think it's possible. Like they're smart enough. They have like Steph is still Steph. Jimmy is still Jimmy. Like Dre's fat. I mean, I ain't worried about Dre though. Like he's a bit fat. Like I don't know like what's going on here. I'm hoping he might like be healthy towards the middle of the season. Like, maybe like less like 260.
It's let's be real. It's the nipples. Hey, you see him walk in, you see nipples popping through a t-shirt. Like you're a pro athlete. We can't have that, dude.
Yeah. I mean, but although though, like he's had like chronic back issues the last like couple of seasons, and this team, like I mean, and like he has no hops. Like he has no vertical anymore. He can't jump anymore. So like who knows? But, like being like 250 is not that helpful. I guess we'll see. I am worried though about like the ball handling though. Like that's my worry. Like outside of Steph and Jimmy, like I really need Paz to be like better. Like as in like I don't like he needs to be better. Like I think he needs to be like a more better shooter.
Are you actually concerned, or are you overreacting to the internet overdoing the pods things?
No, but I do think they do need him to be like consistently like better than like I can't I hate when he just drives to nowhere. Like if he's gonna like if he's gonna like attack the paint, like do it with like purpose or like I don't know, like it kills me watching him like just like drive to like pump fake and get like a block shot. Like it's kind of like I don't know, bro. Like if you can do that, like be better at doing it. Like a bigger spot's a lot better, I guess, at least in my mind. But like, yeah, I am worried though. Like they need him to be good this season. Like they need him to be like not like a leap, but like he is their fourth.
Do you think
Gio?
Does he need to be better than he was the second half of last year?
Yes, slightly better, or at least more consistent. If he's more consistent, like that's better than what he was last year. Like if he's if he makes him his shot, that's better than last season. If he's like a 30% shooter on 6 threes a game, that's like a better player.
The second half of last year, I mean, it all goes back to Jimmy not being on the court. Like if he's not on the court, these guys aren't good enough to do what they did in the second half of last year. The second half of last year happened because Jimmy was on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy's gonna do the mismatches. He's gonna ball handle. He's going to protect. He's gonna play make he's gonna find Pods for a shot. So Pods doesn't have to, kind of do what he does this, in the preseason. So it just depends on that.
I mean, it's kind of funny. They're both deep and top heavy at the same time. Like they have depth and they're also top heavy. Like they need their best players to be the best players.
I mean, it just means their depth. It just means their depth is all role players, right? Like they're entirely. But that's. I mean, I don't know how you're not gonna have the KD Warriors all the time, right? Like that's just kind of how it goes, man. Like they don't have guys to where it's like, okay, Pods, you're a great role player, but if you get more touches, you're gonna be a great scorer. Like that's just not who he is. Because if that was who he is, like, you know what I mean, like.
To be honest, they're kind of like the Thunder in that sense, where I feel like they have an endless amount of role players. The major difference is the Thunder's 2 superstars are going to play 77 games.
This is true.
And you're not worried about Shea and Jalen Williams missing games. Whereas, because like, let's be real, what do the Thunder look like if those guys sit? Like, I love Caruso and Kassan Wall. I'm a big Kassan Wallace guy, as everyone in the show knows. Lou Dort, like all that shit looks really ugly if Shea is not out there.
I think you're right. Like if Steph and Jimmy are like 28 years old, none of this matters. Like 62 games is like easy because like I think it is just the age is what I think it's because the guys are old. I worry about like these other pieces, but like. If those guys are healthy throughout the season, I think we're okay. That's what I think. That's like the actual word is that age is. If they're 28, none of this matters. They're like winning 63 games, and it is what it is.
And if you expect the younger guys to kind of take multiple leaps for them to make up for that, I just think that's probably unfair. Like they're just not that good.
Yeah. I mean, which is why you draft better and don't take Wiseman, JK. I mean, if you do that, none of this matters either. So
we're not doing that tonight.
That's not tonight's pod.
I think we've talked about that in the past.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. All right. Gio, appreciate you, brother.
No problem.
Have a good one. I'll say we get out of here. Okay. I think we've gone long enough here. All right. Appreciate everyone.
Oh no! Hold on! No, we didn't do predictions, did we? Like actual.
Oh, let's do. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Before we get out of here. Okay. All right.
Tommy,
30 seconds. Yeah, let's go.
Go first. On not mute, please.
Are we doing? What are the predictions? Like, are we doing regular season? Are we doing playoffs?
Whatever you want.
All right.
Regular
I say
season,
we get
postseason, everything.
I say we get a top 5 Steph MVP season.
Yeah,
I really do believe that he has looked unreal in the preseason.
Yes.
Like he looks quicker and faster and smarter than I've seen him in a couple years. Probably just motivation from believing that as a team that can win. I think they win. I think they go 51-31, 4 seed. And I think they win the fucking championship. I really believe it. Like this is
everyone on the show is picking them to win the title. Like I would fucking kick Andy off the show. It's like they're gonna get to the second round.
I got him losing in the second. Tommy, I really believe you believe it.
I really believe it. And again, it comes down to health. Like, if they're not healthy, no, they're not winning it. But I cannot see any of the, like, it's just me being old. I can't see any of these teams in the West or the East, like, taking them down in a 7-game series if they're healthy. I can't see it. Like, you're in SGA versus Steph. SGA is incredible. I don't see it versus Steph. I just don't. Jokic, he's great, but he's kind of fat. Luka, great, kind of fat. Like, keep going through like the teams they might play against.
Yeah, I don't think Luka's going to be part of that conversation.
No, he's definitely not going to be. He's definitely not.
I'm right there with you. I think Steph's got an MVP top 5 season in him. He was pretty close last season, to be honest. Yeah. I got him at 48 wins. I bumped my number up from 47 to 48, which is the exact same wins they had last season. I'm praying that'll get him out of the play-in. Fingers crossed, 6 seed, 5 seed. I am going to be the bad guy. I do think they'll run out of gas. I do think they'll run out of gas in the Western Conference Finals against OKC, which is a little depressing to say, but I do think they run out of gas. Sam, what you got for us? Championship?
I'm going 52 wins. 50. Yeah. Actually, I'll go 53 wins.
Come on.
53 wins. I genuinely think they're going to clear the 50-win mark. And I went like 1 or 2 over Tommy just for fuck's sake. To be honest. But like, I'm basically in the same ballpark as you. I will be just disappointed if they're in the 40s again this year. And I do think there's a very realistic possibility that they do, because so much of their success is going to be tied to health. Yeah. But I think this team, when they have their main guys, will win at a 65-win pace, 60-plus win pace. And what they basically need is to not fall apart when someone's sitting, which is what happened last year. They went 13-23 before the Jimmy trade. That's a substantial portion of the season to play lottery basketball. You know, like, that's a substantial portion. I don't think they're going to have that type of free fall. I think we're going to see a team that goes like 9-11 over 20 games at some point over the season, where we're like wanting to pull our hairs out because they're annoyingly inconsistent and unwatchable. But I don't think this is going to have one of those like lose 12 straight type of seasons. So I'm going to go mid 50s. I'm going to say I'm fingers crossed for a title, but we'll see what happens. Like, we'll see what happens. I think my main take is I'm calling well over 50 wins, no play-in.
50.
First win, first round bye. Whether it's bye, I won't talk about first round home
court advantage.
Call the 4 seed, whatever it may be, something like that.
Yeah.
And my second take will be, I do think we're going to see a trade of substance. In January, and I'm not going to say it's Kuminga. I'm not going to say it's Kuminga.
Yes,
but I do think we're going to see something, because we saw nothing in the summer, and it feels like there's going to be opportunities in January that weren't in the summer. I know I've had this take for a couple of years now on the pod. I think I understand it, but for whatever reason, it feels like the January market is now, there's more transaction in the trade market than the summer. So I think we're going to see something there that's going to help them too. Even if it's a marginal move, I don't think it'll be Malik Monk for Kuminga. Good throw out there. I just don't. But, Giannis, no. Something between Giannis and Malik Monk. I'll put it that way.
I could see Wiggins. By the way, I agree with you on the trade. I think they'll make a trade. I think
there's too many players. There's too many teams who've been trying to make a trade where I'm just like, January is going to force some poker hands.
Well, I also think they're going to be good enough to the point. I think Steph and Jimmy and Draymond are going to force them to make a trade. I do think that, where it's like, hey, we're going for it. Enough messing around. We made the right trade last trade deadline, right? So I'm with you on that, dude. I'm actually kind of fired up thinking about what it's going to be, but no idea. But I do think
it might be a consolidation trade too. Like, I look at this roster and we're talking about Will Richard, and if he's the real deal, I don't want to say Moses Moody's expendable, but like, if you're talking about like compiling like Moses's contract plus JK's contract, now you got 35, 36.
MPJ. That's MPJ right there.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
That's our guy.
The greatest.
It's not
content. The best content creator of all time.
Correct. The best shooters in the league, according to him.
Pretty good shooter.
He's
a pretty good shooter. Pretty good shooter. Yeah. Imagine him.
Peak off-season content was Tommy and I trying to figure out if he was in our top 5 shooters. So
it's good debate. Me, you, and Carson.
It was a time killer, that's for sure.
All right.
We're gonna end it.
Now we can get out of here.